Hey guys, I found this really cool dragon vintage robe in my stash, and I'm obsessed with this fabric. And it's coming apart at a lot of the seams and there's holes in it, so I'm going to try to transform this into two little kimono shrugs and kind of take away some of the robe look to it. So let's go.
I knew that I wanted to make my shrug out of a simple rectangular pattern that I've seen actually a lot in knitting, where you just make a long rectangle and then fold in the ends to create the sleeves. I knew also that the dragon pattern was my most important feature. So I started by removing the extra fabric that I didn't want that had a different pattern, and getting my dragon pattern fabric into two large rectangles. I used this side panel fabric to attach to my main rectangle to create my sleeves. Because I had never made a shrug like this before, a lot of the first half of the project was spent conceptualizing how the piece would come together. And luckily, the main idea of what I wanted to do worked out pretty well from the start. I pinned together the sides of my main rectangle and then pinned my second rectangle of dragon fabric right onto the bottom of that. After a test fit, I found that this was going to work, so I took my pins out and flipped it inside out and repinned everything again. I decided to treat the top half and the bottom half like separate garments at this point. For the top, I pinned my sleeves together and I pinned a fold back for my hem. I kept my sleeves nice and wide and my neckline straight to give it that boho kimono feel that I was going for. Then I was ready to move to my sewing machine, so I just sewed along the lines I had made with my pins with a zigzag stitch to make sure everything was nice and secure. Once that had come together the way I wanted it to, I moved on to my bottom section. I pinned a strip of trim along the bottom edge. Then I brought the first section back onto the table so I could line up both pieces and pin my bottom half's hem. Then I sewed my hems and my trim. Pausing to rewind my bobbin when I ran out of bottom thread. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I had run out of thread until I was finished with one entire seam. So then I finally re-sewed what I'd missed and trimmed up my ends. My final step was to sew my bottom and top pieces together. So I laid my edges together with the right sides facing out and I pinned. Then I sewed my final seam and my project was finished. The finished look is a casual, versatile shrug that I can wear with anything from jeans to a dress.